good evening. This is François Van Ken from Brussels. Very, very welcome to you. As I said, my name is François Van Ken. I'm from Belgium. Mother tongue is French. And my English is relatively good, but not a real Englishman. So please pardon if ever I make some mistakes in English. Now, let's go straight to the topic. When I, as a business consultant, because that's what my job is, when I first heard about we in 2013, on June 2, 2013 exactly, after 20 minutes, I jumped and I said, where do I sign? Because this concept is absolutely too good to be true. And and since then, then I have created a larger network with we, and I can assure you that you have in front of you a person who is still more excited than he was ever in 2013. And why was I so excited? Well, because as an ex-banker also, I knew exactly what happened with the card. So I suppose you have a credit card, and with that credit card, when you pay, you will accept that you spend money, but you don't get any money back. Now, do you know what the banks earn on a Visa and MasterCard only? Knowing that there are 128,000 transactions every second in the world with a Visa or a MasterCard, 365 days a year, and that the merchants pay to the banks 0.5 to 1.5% commission on each transaction, you will not be surprised that that earns, with 128,000 transactions a second, a cool $2.7 trillion annually for the banks. Now, if 2.7 trillion doesn't say much because it's so large a figure that nobody can really imagine what it is, 2.7 trillion. Well, I did some guesswork, I did some comparisons. 2.7 trillion is the money needed to send 900 rockets to the universe, placing satellites on the somewhere over the Earth. 900 of them. 2.7 trillion is about the gross national product of Holland. So can you imagine this immense amount of money? And my question to you, and this is a very serious question to all our esteemed invitees, guests here, that is, would it be okay if you would get a good deal of these commissions? If yes, then please stay on the line. Now, maybe you say to yourself, this guy is completely crazy. How can we get that much money? Well, very simple, because we is the first company in the world that introduces a worldwide valid mobile payment, not linked to any credit card, not linked to any bank, and not linked to any telephone system or company, like Apple, for example. Okay, so this is why this system is really destined to have an extraordinary success. Now, if we want to introduce a mobile payment system, what are the conditions that we need to respect? The first conditions, it's obviously that there are shops that accept the mobile payment system. The second is that customers use that mobile payment system. A minimum one bank that manages the mobile payment system. And since we decided not to give to the banks the right to distribute this mobile payment system, it offers it to you and the merchants, so you could become a distributor of that mobile payment system, and exactly get the same type of commissions as the banks get right now. But obviously you know that people hate to change, so there must be some more than simply exactly the same conditions as with credit cards. So what are the pluses that we offers? Well, first of all, we say each time customer goes and shops, Well, he must get money back. Now, would you like, as a consumer, to earn money back each time you do some purchases? I suppose your answer is yes. Second plus is that the merchant, it should not cost the merchant money, it should earn him money. And how will we produce that? By providing more turnover to the merchant. So not only payments, but more turnover. Third is that it should be usable everywhere in the world, but not only offline, but also online and vice versa. So everywhere with every shop in the world. And lastly, obviously, like for the credit cards, it must earn a commission for the distributors of that system. And who are the distributors of that system? Well, if you want to, and the merchant. I am a distributor. Stuart Murray here is a distributor. Duncan Wood is a distributor. Halina is a distributor, and so on and so on. So there are many distributors, people that believe in the system, and if they invited you to assist to this presentation, I can assure you they want your good. They want good things for you. Okay. Now, why is we not doomed, excuse me, but destined to succeed? Well, it is the first and only company in the world that has created a system that combines three very important aspects in the retail market. First of all, a universal loyalty system. That means a like a consumer card or a customer card that you would get in any shop. Well, that customer card will be usable everywhere and produce real cash back on every purchase. Okay, that is one. Second, this cashback system is combined, or will be in a few months' time, with the mobile payment system, valid for everyone, everywhere in the world, valid worldwide, online and offline. And this is why is the first mover in that sense and has been recognized as such by very important bodies very near the European Commission. What is the mission that we has given itself? That is to allow all the customers in the world to search, to find, to order, to pay, and to have a product delivered straight from the smartphone with one single application. So imagine that everybody in the world has one application on their smartphone, and with that they can do everything regarding buying or purchasing something. So you see that I just mentioned 5 words that are written in blue here: searching, finding, ordering, paying, and delivered. Now, this is more than simply paying. Sorry. That is more than simply paying. Indeed, the idea of we is to give the customers the how should I say so, to simplify their purchasing when they do so. And second main advantage that we have is that it provides an enormous marketing service to the merchants so that they can increase their turnover and increase their number of customers. Now, this enormous marketing service, I will return to that. And that is not only in your town, but in your country and in the whole world. So how does it work? Well, it's relatively easy. It works. You have a application on your smartphone, and if you don't have a smartphone or your smartphone is for whatever reason unavailable, you can use a card with a QR code. You have a smartphone, and with the smartphone you search for a product. Let's say that you are looking for a shoes of Adidas, and you know the Stan Smith Adidas. Well, let's say that you're looking for that. Well, you type in your application name of that product, and instantly many shops, online as well as offline, appear on your screen of your telephone shops that sell these type of products. Now, where are these shops situated? Well, where in the immediate vicinity of where you are at that moment, since you are geolocalized, or imagine your telephone is geolocalized. That means that if you are in Brussels, or you are in London, or you are in Amsterdam or Milan, whatever, the shops of London, Brussels, Amsterdam, or Milan will appear on your screen. And what can you see? You can visit each shop virtually on your telephone. You have all the references. You can even have a digital catalog on your telephone. All information regarding the shop, even a GPS system that brings you straight to that shop. So when you choose one, well, how will you choose? Well, another information that you have regarding the shops is that you know exactly what kind of rebate in percentage of your purchase will you get in that shop. For example, let's say that you have here, in this shop here, you have 5%, in this shop you have 4%, in this shop you have 2%, in this shop you have 1%, in this shop further away you have another 5%. So what are you doing? Well, you will probably choose the shop that gives you the largest rebate and that is nearest to you. So you go into that shop and then you can buy. And if you buy, once you have paid, instantly you get a cash rebate on your telephone. Now, I say cash rebate, it's not real cash, we call them WE, but 1 WE is the same as 1 unit of your country currency. So 1 WE here in Belgium is €1, 1 WE in the UK is £1, 1 WE in Sweden is 1 kroner, 1 WE in, let's say, in Hungary is 1 forint. So how is that possible? Well, simply because behind that application, there is a fantastic system that every 5 minutes changes everything into every WE into the local currency wherever you are. And what is this exchange rate? Well, it is the interbanking exchange rate of London without any cost. So it's a very good way to load WEs on your telephone and go and shop in London if we want to, because we won't have to pay banking costs for exchanges. The more you use the system, the more you are a preferred customer of WE, and we will obviously give some presents, some gifts to the most interesting or most the consumer that use WE the most. That is how one couple of Austria they collected 500 WEs in about 3 or 4 months on their telephone. Well, they got a weekend fully, all expenses paid for Mr. and Mrs. to a European capital of their choice. So these are the type of gifts that you can have. It will go until houses, Mercedeses, and whatever. So why is that? Because we want to push the customers that use the WE system to the WE affiliated shops. Now, who are these shops? Well, the shops are obviously the independent proximity shops, not the big chain stores, not the big supermarkets. Okay? So you say, this is okay for me, now I know how it works, but what is in it for me? Well, this is what you will get. That means that your system is the following. If you are the distributor of this application, and by the way, this application is totally free of costs. So you will get paid for distributing something that is free, which is in itself already a good news, I think. Now, let's say that you give this application or a card, what we call a WE card, to this customer. And this customer, what does she do? Well, she's looking for these famous shoes, let's say women's shoes. She finds a shop, either online or offline, doesn't matter, where she wants to buy these shoes. What happens if, let's say, she spends £100 in this shop? Well, this shop owner gets a new customer. Why is it? Well, simply because we is sending literally customers to the shops. Let me explain. Imagine 100 million Europeans having that free application, and that is exactly what we will have by end of 2017. It's an absolute certainty we'll have 100 million, minimum 100 million Europeans working with that application. 100 million people that can be contacted for free by every shop affiliated shop owner. Can you imagine that? You give to, we give to any shop the possibility to contact potentially 100 million people for free. Can you imagine what a merchant would pay as advertising costs to reach 100 million people? It's amazing. Now, obviously, shops will not want to reach 100 million people. They want to reach, for 99% of them, they want to reach the local population. The local population also has this application or will have that application, and the local shop can contact this local population for free for the rest of his life. And he will pay the service that we offers him only if it brings him a real turnover. That means if a real customer comes into the shop, buys and pays, then only will the shop pay a what we call a service fee to we. How much? Well, he has the privilege to choose himself. Now, in this example, I wrote 10%. You have to know that on average, in the about 30,000 shops that are now affiliated in Europe, the average percentage is about 8.7%. 8.7% is what is the percentage of service fee that the shop owners pay us. And why is it so high? Well, simply because the shop owner knows that half of what he pays us immediately goes back to the customer. So in my example, if the customer pays £100 and the shop owner gives 10% to we gives back 5 we's, that is 50% of this 10%, go back to this customer as a rebate on his or her purchase. And that is every time that this customer goes into a shop, an affiliated shop, whether it is an online shop or an offline shop, has no importance whatsoever. What happens with the other half? Well, the other half goes to we, and what does we do? Other half, well, about about 20% goes back to you to thank you for having given that free application to this customer. So this is the money circle. It's absolutely easy. It's exactly the same circle as with banks and the Visa card, but instead of the bank getting paid, it's you that gets paid. So now you know. That means you give that application to 10 people, you can expect £10 per month. You give that application to 500 people, you can expect £500 per month, every month for the rest of your life. Because I'm absolutely certain, and probably you are too, that within 50 years there will still be customers going, buying some things in shops. So that means as long as these customers live, they earn you a commission simply because you have given that free application to them. Okay? Now, if you give that application to 10,000 people, you can expect £10,000 per month, and so on, and so on, and so on. So, in fact, the possibilities of creating yourself a passive income are virtually limitless. And that is why I was so excited about the system, because it is a system. Can you imagine if you are a little bit aware of sources of passive income, you know about network marketing companies and so on, but what do these companies sell? They sell products, and you get paid a passive income only if products are sold every month. Products must leave the warehouses so that everybody gets paid. No products are sold, nobody gets paid. Here you have no product. You just put a system in place, and that is affiliating customers on the one side and affiliating merchants on the other side. And once you have brought these customers in contact with these merchants and they continue doing business with each other, well, you get paid. You don't have any product to sell anymore. And that is the beauty of this system, why I was so enthusiastic. I immediately saw that and I said, this is something I want to do, not without me. So, where are we working right now? Well, we are working already. We is active in a number of European countries. Why European countries? This is not an American product. This is a German product, or German idea anyway. So the first country is Germany. The second country in terms of turnover, you wouldn't believe it, is Slovenia. The third country in terms of turnover is Switzerland. The fourth is Poland. The fifth is Austria, and then all the rest. That means Czech Republic, Slovakia, Croatia, Turkey, Hungary, Italy, France, Benelux. Okay, these are the countries where already the system is active. All the cards that you see here are real cards made by customers or by towns or by charity associations or whatever that distribute these cards for free to customers. And once the customers use these cards, well, what do? They just pay for a product, get a cashback, and you get a commission, or these associations or these shops get a commissions too. Why is that? Well, simply because what I didn't tell you in my explanation here is that this person can also be a merchant. Okay? So what are you doing if you work with us and you are not a merchant? Well, you will affiliate customers for yourself, and you will also affiliate shops that will in turn give that application to their own customers. And if they do that, these customers of these shops are considered by we as your direct customers. They earn you exactly the same amount of money as if you had recruited you themselves. And this is how the system works. So, what are the plans and the big projects for 2017? Well, the first project is that in May 2017, the company really goes on the stock market. As of now, the company is in the stock market, but under a hidden name. And why is that? Because the We Group is a group of companies, and they have to be melted together all together. That will be achieved by May 2017, and this is when the company will go really public in May 2017. That is very important. Why is that? Well, because the company wants to be totally transparent, totally visible, because when we are going into the mobile payment system, we cannot afford to be hidden in any way, because you know that mobile payment is a very serious business. We are controlled by the European Commission, by the national banks, and so on and so on. So that is, we need absolutely to be on the stock market. Second, we will introduce by about mid-2017 the mobile payment system combined to the cashback system. That is very important too, because that will change everything. Now, you pay for your Visa card and your MasterCard from half 2017 on. You will start to be able to pay fully with your application or your We card instead of with your Visa card, and that will offer you a tremendous number of advantages that will be revealed to you when it is time. And the third big project is what we call the digitalization of independent merchants. Let me talk about that. So, digitalization is what? Well, we intend to create in the world about 10 million jobs. We call them We jobs or We jobbers. And what is that? Well, imagine that you are a customer affiliated with We, you have a We application or you have a We card or both, and you go regularly into one shop. Well, we knows that, and we'll ask you, would you be prepared to help that shop in creating a digital catalog? What does that mean? Well, that means that with the permission and the okay sign of the merchant, you will have the right to photograph every article in the shop, put that name of article into the back office. That means creating a huge number of keywords that will then be used by other customers to look for the product that they are looking for. That is my example. Stan Smith of Adidas is a typical name of a product. Well, that product should be or could be as a keyword into the back office of that merchant, so that the customer immediately finds exactly the product that he or she is looking for in the nearest place of where this customer is at that moment, and knowing each obviously how much rebate that he will get. And these here customers here will be paid by We to do that, to the tune of about 750 to 900 euros every month for the rest of their lives, on condition that they work with the merchants, and each time that the merchant changes his assortment, well, this customer will be invited to introduce that into the system. That is a fantastic new job. That will be, obviously, there will be a contract for that. Everything is legal and everything is open, obviously. What does that mean? That means that now the product will find the customer, because the client will simply type keyword in the application and immediately know on his telephone where the shops are to be found that can cater that type of product. And the same is possible on the We Search platform. We Search is a new search engine, literally, only for independent shop owners, so that you go behind your computer, you type that keyword in, and you immediately have the local shops or the internet shops where you can find these products, and each time get a cashback in Wheat when you pay for that product. Another feature that will be introduced into the system in 2017 is the We Bring concept. It's based on the same principle. That is, you are a customer, you get a notification from We saying there is this customer that has bought, for example, flowers for his wife in the flower shop next to you. Would you agree to go and pick up these flowers and bring them to his dear wife, and we pay you so much for the trip? And if you say yes, well then you do it. If you bring this product within 90 minutes of the request, you get paid without any problem. Now, the promise is that we deliver within 90 minutes, or if the customer wants to be delivered later, well, as wished in time. That also will create a huge number of new jobs, people wanting to do that. Now, the third condition for success of mobile payment system is having a bank. Now, we own our own online bank. I don't know exactly what the name of that bank is, so I call it the We Bank. It's not the official name. I call it that name because simply it is a secret now what the exact bank is and how its name is. But we have a full license or full banking license. We have received that. That means that once that the license will be authorized to function by the authorities, that means that we will be able to create the real mobile payment system. That means that you will be able to link your card or your application to your own bank account and start paying fully for the product that you purchase with this application or this card, and obviously get your cashback in one single operation. So that will create a fantastic revolution in the retail market, I can assure you. It is not my purpose here to tell you all the consequences of this, but they are absolutely massive. We come to another meeting where this will be explained further. My purpose here is simply to show you what the concept is. So let's do it in a nutshell. Since the start of we, about 25,000 shops have come and go, have been affiliated, some have gone, some not. Why? Because, well, as every system that is created, there are some setbacks, there are some problems that makes that people stay and others leave. But in total, there are about 25,000 to 30,000 shops right now working with we. For example, we had a meeting last Sunday in Paris where we met the founder and president of the company. He told us that in Switzerland right now, it's about 500 shops per month that are affiliated right now. So it's going and taking momentum more and more. The goal is to have about 2 million shops by the end of this year only in Europe. Okay, there are about 3.5 million customers, or a little bit more right now. We suppose we are going near 4 million, but 4 million out of 580 million Europeans is not that much. But the objective, the goal, is to go to 200 million customers by the end of 2017, the minimum being 100 million. 41 million euros have been invested mainly in information technology since the start of the company in 2010, without loans or foreign capital, which is a feat in itself. And when the stock brokers have heard that not only did we finance this capital ourselves, but that we pay also for the publicity, for the advertising ourselves, that has risen, will rise of the price, sorry, of the shares, that I can tell you. The headquarters of Weconomy are in Switzerland, in this beautiful building here, and the operational headquarters are in Munich in Germany. Now, Flexcom International, one of the companies of the group. Flexcom owns the exclusive distribution rights of the Weconomy product, so I am a franchisee of Flexcom, and if you ever want to work with us, you'll be also kind of a franchisee of this company. We Charity is the last, how should I say, company of the group. We Charity aims at becoming the biggest charity organization in the world, because when I tell you that the aim of the company is to go to 1 billion customers, in the statutes of the company it is written black on white that when we have 1 billion customers, the company pledges to spend and to give €1 per customer to charity organizations related to the childhood to children in the world. Another very important aspect is that since May 30, 2016, Weconomy Group is officially member of the European Economic Senate. Please look that up on the internet, European Economic Senate. Look at we, type we, W-E-E, and you see both these people here are being member of this person here, our president founder, and Mr. Scheibe is the second person, our international development manager, is member of the European Economic Senate. What is this body? It is a body of about 300 CEOs from very large companies, each person representing a business sector, not only his business, but the real sector in whole of Europe, to the European Commission. The head of the European Economic Senate is the Vice President of the European Parliament, are automatically members of the European I'm sorry, of the European Economic Senate is Mr. Juncker himself and the ministers of finance of every country. So it is a body that has some clout, and this body has asked we to become member and represent the sector of mobile payment. And why is that? Because they audited the company, they audited the system, and they concluded that this system is by far in the world the most economic, the most secure, and the most effective mobile payment system in the world. So this body is lobbying at the European Commission level now to make that our system will become the standard of mobile payment in Europe, if not in the world. So this is obviously very important for us and for the credibility of this company. Now, where are we going? We are going to 1 billion customers and 50 million merchants in the world. And obviously, we cannot reach that if we don't create a Big Bang. Now, the Big Bang, the start of the Big Bang has already started in December. There has been a test of advertising of about 25,000 spots of advertising in Europe. Beg your pardon. Why? Well, because it is a new product, and so it is very important that we could test the advertising before launching the real Big Bang in March, April 2017, because the president told us last Sunday that he will go up to 300,000 TV spots in all the European countries to make the We brand as known as Microsoft or whatever. So how will that happen? Well, that will be that there will be a call center program that is now also tested in Poland and Germany, a call center program that will recruit 5,000 agents that will call about all the independent stores of Europe. And the aim is to have these call centers affiliate about 3 shops per day per person. So that means that we'll have about 2 million merchants by the end of 2017 or at the end of 130 days, which is about, if we start in March, April, May, June, end of June. And what will these agents tell to the merchants? Well, they will tell, listen, we are going to launch a media campaign in Europe that will start country per country. So it is written here April. It's not real April for every country. It will be April for France and Benelux. It will be maybe May or even April for the UK. For Sweden, it will be probably June, something, I don't know. That depends on a number of factors. But let's say that the launch of the media campaign in Europe will start about end of February, start of March for the countries in middle Europe that have been already more active than we are, and it will continue this way on the other countries. And we will literally dominate the television, but also the press and also the internet. And on the internet, it's already started. If you type a number of keywords, you wouldn't wonder to see a publicity and advertising of we. So what do we propose to you? We propose to you to become one of these distributors, one of these franchisees that will allow you to profit from this system, to profit and to earn real good money from with this company. Okay, just a moment. I don't know why it doesn't want to. Okay, what is it with these licenses? Well, these licenses will allow you to affiliate customers, allow you to affiliate merchants, even allow you to create a real business, a distribution business, since you will have the opportunity to create a distributors team wherever you want in the world. Obviously, if you are in the UK, start with the UK. For example, I don't know, Brazil is not open yet, okay? It will allow you to participate in the media pool and merchant pool incentives. I will talk about that immediately. The price of this license will be used partially to finance the publicity campaign. That is how the company finances its advertising campaign. But what is most important, and that is that it will allow you to earn on the shopping of all your personal customers and on the shopping of all the European customers too. And that is really, really important. That means that with the investment in these licenses, you will get paid whether you make customers or you don't make customers, you will get paid on European customers because a part of that license will finance the whole of the European business. There are 50,000 MTM licenses, already 45,000 are sold, and the president told us last Sunday, it is absolutely true, there will be no more licenses like this to be found once the 50,000 are sold. So we are at the end of the process. It is really now that you have a fantastic opportunity to join as one of the last MTM licensees, and the advantages of being a licensee are extraordinarily more interesting than with the next system that we call the direct sales system. So let me tell you how this works. All the customers and all the shops that will be affiliated through the advertising or through the campaign of call centers, all these customers cannot be, how do I say that, given or yes, what is the English term? I'm sorry, I'm looking for it. They cannot be registered under a specific license holder. So they will be put into a European pot, and this European pot of customers, these customers will start to buy at shops, whether online or offline. All the shops that will not be affiliated by the licensees, but by the call center actions, well, all these shops will also be put into a European pot. And they start doing business together. So that means creating revenues for us. How is this revenue distributed? Well, equally over the 50,000 license that we have here, everywhere in Europe. And how is that working? Well, it's kind of easy. And that means that there are two licenses, a basic license and a premium license. What are the features of the basic license? Well, in this license, you have already 100 Wii cards. A license will give you a revenue estimated after 1.5 years of operation, about, or even 1 year of operation. They will create an average revenue we estimate of about 50 cents per month per customer. Okay. You will get paid only on one pool, and what is that pool? That is the customer, the media pool, the customer pool, and that means that your passive income monthly will be in the vicinity of 240 euros per month. Now, if you calculate 240 euros per month times 12 is 2,800, that is precisely about double, more than double, of the price of the license, which is at 1,240 euros per basic license. Now there is another license, which is the premium license. This license, you have 500 Wii cards that you can distribute, obviously. It will earn you about €1 per customer base income. And let's say by end of 2017, mid-2018. You are paid a passive income on the two pools, that means the customer pool and the merchant pool, which will earn you an average of about €400 per month for the rest of your life, every month, every month, every month, for a price of 2,390 euros. Now, there is a condition to get these 240 euros or 400 euros, and that is that you give out to 5 customers one of these we cards. Okay, this customer registers himself, and if you have 5 registered customers, they don't even have to buy anything, just register. Well, then you are entitled to this passive income for the rest of your life. And if you have a premium license, you have to give 10 of these 500 we cards to a customer, okay, to 10 customers. And once you have done that, and these customers are registered, well then you are entitled to these 400 euros each and every month. So not very difficult, okay? And there is a mega incentive that started in December, okay, where only 1,000 people can qualify, and that is that you make a goal of 105,000 turnover in products that I will tell you exactly what kind of products. Okay, that means that if you make now in January 8,750 euros each and every month, 12 months consecutively, well then you will get you will share in a pot of 100 million euros, and you will share in a pot of 1 million shares that will be distributed over these 1,000 people. Okay, so that's very interesting. Now you say, yes, but we are at the end of January. I know that not all 1,000 people have qualified in December and January, so that means that if you want to qualify for that and you start in February, well, you have to divide 105,000 by 11, and that's the turnover that you have to make every month in order to qualify for that mega incentive. And it's surely something very, very interesting, because you could earn up to 100,000 euros at the end of the year just simply by doing that. Now, let's go back a little bit to the revenues. Well, you see, this is the media pool, that is the customer pool, that is the merchant pool, that creates you a passive revenue. But you can go much better than that. You can also go to an active role. And what is an active role? Well, it is that you create your own customers and that you affiliate your own merchants. And doing that, well, then you may be assured that your monthly income will be in the vicinity of €1 per month. And you can calculate that. Obviously, this €1 per month is not an absolute guarantee, since it depends on the consumption of all the affiliated customers month after month after month. So as of now, we know that our customers earn the distributor an average of about €1 per month each. This month a little bit more, another month maybe a little bit less, but on a yearly basis you can calculate that each customer earns you about €12 per year. Okay, so what does that mean? That means that you have a base income of about that. Now, would you be interested in doubling that income, in going to €2 per month? If yes, well then you have to go here. That is sales director. What does that mean? Well, you get a base income of 20% of the distribution share on your customer. Okay, that's your base income, and 20% equals about €1 per month. So if you go to sales director, you get 40%, that is €2 per month. And how do you do that? Well, you do it by simply investing into 6 licenses instead of 1, or you invest in 1 and you find 5 people that buy 1, or you invest in 2 and you find 2 other people that invest in 2, whatever. Each time that you get 6 licenses together in 30 days time, but you have to do it in 30 days time, well then you become sales director. That means that you are here in this compensation plan, in this payment plan. That means that you get double the income on your own customers. And that is what I would propose you to do if you're interested in getting into this deal. Go as fast as possible. And if you are really motivated and you are ambitious, well, you can even do better. You can go to the next step in the compensation plan, which is national director. And how do you do that? Well, you have a one license and you find 5 people that buy 6, and then you are national director. I can give you 2 examples of people here in this room that did it. Mr. Stuart Murray, future country manager for the UK, he found 7 people that bought 6 licenses in 1 week time. He became instantly national director. So you can imagine it is not that difficult, but go to the people who have success, who know how to do it. And I can really tell you one thing, go only to 2 people here that I have an immense respect for. I name Duncan Wood and Stuart Murray. These are the leaders of the UK. Go to them. Go also to Kim Wilkins in Norway if you're Norwegian. Go to Johan Herman in Sweden if you're Swedish. Go to these people. They will tell you exactly how you can very fast grow into the compensation plan. And growing into the compensation plan, can assure you, will make you financially free for the rest of your life and your family for 2 generations to come. Now, let me give you an example. Let's say that you go into what I call a Success Pack 100. What is a Success Pack 100? That is 1 premium license and 5 basic licenses. Okay, that means that you have 500 wheel cards plus another 5 times 100. You get 20% commission on your premium license. That will earn you a passive income of 1,600 euros each and every month, let's say from end of 2017. Plus, if you give out your 500 wheel cards, plus the 100 cards, the 5 times 100 cards on the other basic packs, it means that you have 1,000 cards times 2 euros is 2,000 euros, gives you a passive income each and every month of 3,600 euros already. But if you care to really if you want to really earn your life very well, let's say that you spend, let's say, 5 hours per week to affiliate one shop, and you do that 10 times, you have affiliated 10 shops, you have helped these shops to give out 500 WE cards or WE applications to their own customers, makes you 5,000 customers, makes you 10,000 euros each and every month, not year, per month. And on top of that, since you are sales director, you share what we call into the national pot. And national pot is what? Well, if you look at the compensation plan, it is this 3% here. That means that as a sales director, the companies say, we accumulate, we add all the commissions, that all the service fees that the shops gave us into the UK in 1 month. We take 3% of that and we divide this 3% over all the sales directors in the UK. Now, in the actual conditions, how the UK is now distributed, well, that makes that each sales director in the UK would earn about 8,500 euros each and every month, only on this 3%. So that means that a total monthly income is 22,100 euros each and every month, say from December or January 2018 on. Isn't that worth a little bit effort? I hope that you say yes, because that is what I put my energy into. And I can tell you that I don't have 5,000 customers. I have much more than that as of now. So you have an advantage too That is that you can now show 188, today we can show 188 press articles that speak absolutely positively over we in the world, in Europe. We can show you contracts with television companies, networks that have done some advertising and that will still do advertising starting March this year. We can show, and we are going to Munich this next week to have some other facts. So we will be fed with more and more facts about the company and the system. A fact right now is that in Switzerland there are more than 500 active stores since November, and that they know with absolute certainty that the month of February only will yield another 500 of these shops. The aim being that by the end of the year, in Switzerland alone, they will come to about 40,000 shops. So it's amazing what is going to happen. Okay, affiliated shops. Now, what is the next step in this system? If you have no possibility financially to invest into a license, which I can perfectly understand, well, you can have a free registration under the contract of what we call a direct sales partner. What are the possibilities of a direct sales partner? Well, he can only affiliate shops and customers, but cannot build his own team. Or yes, he can build his own team, but he's not paid on his team. He has no overhead on his team. Okay, he can sell all the products. I won't go into all the products right now. If you want to know what the products are, ask the person who has invited you, because otherwise this presentation is far too long. He has a direct commission plus a passive income on his customers. As I said, he can affiliate other direct salespeople, but he has no overhead on these people, and obviously he can share in the incentives. So why is it so interesting right now in the UK or in Sweden or in Norway to start as a licensee and not as a direct sales partner? I will show you immediately. A direct sales partner earns only 5% of base commission. Okay, so that means if he wants 1,000 pounds per month, he needs about 6,700 customers. What is a licensee? Well, let's say that a licensee is having and recruiting 5 direct salespeople, because he can really create a network of people, 5 direct salespeople, and he earns 5% differential on 5 direct sales. That means that if each one wants to earn 1,000 pounds, that means you have 5 direct sales times 6,700 customers. That's 33,500 customers times 5%. That's about 15 cents or pence per month. That is 5,025 pounds per month, a passive income, without doing anything. I didn't even calculate his own turnover in this example. Okay? Now, let's say that you are not a simple team member, but let's say that you are a sales director with 5 active people in your team. Okay? Then you don't earn 5% differential, you earn 20 plus 20, that's 40% on your own direct sales, and you earn 15% on the direct sales of all these MTM, all these licensees. That means that as a sales director, and if each person only recruits 5 direct salespeople that want to earn 1,000 pounds per month with this system, well then you have instantly a total of 130,650 pounds per month. Do you see the advantage of becoming sales director and of investing into a success pack? That is the most fantastic opportunity that I have ever seen in my life. So this is what I wanted to tell you. What are the strategy And what is the strategy or the conditions for success in this system? Well, you can imagine that if you recruit or you affiliate one shop here, then another shop 20 kilometers from there, and then another shop another 15 miles from there, and so on and so on, you will go absolutely nowhere because no customer wants to drive even 1 mile to go to another shop and get 20p as a rebate on the next purchase that he wants to do. So we need to create what I call a strategy of working very fast and in a very small territory. So that means that the real strategy is what? We have to start by recruiting, let's say, 30% of the merchants and 30% of the population per town in a very fast tempo. That's one. And two, to make it so that all shops start literally together. Why? Because you understand that if you have an application and you're looking for something, you know exactly which shop will sell you what kind of product in the near vicinity. So in fact, what happens is that if you receive that application from a shop, this shop is effectively recommending all the other shops of the vicinity to you. And each shop does the same. So in effect, what is that? That means that each shop sends his own customer to the shop next door, if I may say so. And that creates a huge business. And we know it for absolutely sure because in towns which are working like that right now, where the supermarkets are losing turnover right now. I don't say they're losing money, but they're losing already turnover right now. So it works, it absolutely works. And that is why we need an active team in each town. What is an active team? Well, I'd say 4 to 5 people per 100 shops. That means that one person could be responsible for 20 shops about. So that means if we want to work in the UK, we first have to build a team of active people, direct salespeople and or licensees. Now, if you are a licensee and you can create a team and be paid on that team, you see the advantage compared to a direct salesperson who can create a team but is not paid on that team. And that makes that here now, if you have a little bit, excuse me if I'm rude, but if you have a little bit of common sense, see and try to invest into a success pack. That is the best way to assure you in the next year a revenue that will, if you are active, let's say at a rate of 10 to 15 hours a week, okay, I'd say that you can earn easily between 40 and 50,000 pounds every month. Now, isn't that worth it to work that way instead of working 40 years at a rate of 40 hours per week for an income that will never be enough to finance your dreams? I think that is the best opportunity that you can find here. I thank you very, very much for your attention. And if ever you want to ask questions right now, I'm your man. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. If people have questions, please use the chats right now. Ask the questions that you want to. No trouble at all. I'm ready to answer the questions. So I stress also that what Stuart Murray says, that there is a We UK event this weekend. So please, I tell that to the guests here in this presentation, go there as fast as possible. If you're a little bit interested in having a good financial future, please do the effort, make the effort to go to that event. It's really, really important. And the people that run that event are phenomenal teachers, phenomenal speakers. They explain it extremely well to you. I know them very well. I have full confidence in them. And so please make yourself create yourself and create your future. Go to that event. Indeed, you can meet other members of the business and so on and so on. So thank you. I see that my dear and esteemed colleague Kim Wilkins is there also. Kim, welcome and thank you for being there. People, Kim Wilkins is the next country manager for Norway. So if there are Norwegian people here in this room, please refer to Kim because he can also explain extremely well what this system is all about. What happens with the app if a consumer buys another smartphone? Well, you see, Mr. Svensson, the system is not based on your smartphone. It is based on your telephone number. So whatever smartphone that you have, there is no trouble at all. And the second thing is you can collect money on your telephone without having to use a password. But the moment that you pay with that system, you will have exactly with your Wii card, with your your Visa card or Mastercard, you will have to put in a code. I don't know whether it's a 4-digit or a 6-digit code. I don't know as of yet, but you will have to use a code. So there is no trouble if you ever lose your card or your application for people to pick your money. They won't be able to. I have here. I don't know. So will it be possible to loan money in the Wii bank? Again, Bjorn, I really do not know. I know that the bank has a full license. I know that Mr. Ewald Schmutz, who was the ex-number 2 of UBS Bank, is building up our financial system right now. Will it be so that the bank will offer credits? I have no clue. I have no information as of yet. I don't think it is but that is my personal opinion and not an official statement, what I would say here. I don't think that it is the aim of the bank to go into the credit business. It is the aim of the bank to allow people to have a running payment system, but maybe it could. Okay, maybe it could. I really don't know. Francois, can you explain how long now people have to with the shares attached to the MTM? Yes. It is so that I didn't tell that in my presentation. Until January 31, each license will be assorted with free shares of the company to the tune of 32 free shares with a basic license, MTM license, and 120 free shares attached to a premium license. But that will stop definitely, and the president told us last Sunday that it is absolutely finished, that it will last until January 31 midnight this year. And the license have to be ordered at the latest before midnight January 31, and these licenses have to be paid by February 10 at the latest. Paid, that means that the money must have left your bank before or on February 10, and the proof of payment must be attached. So without that, if a payment is effectuated or done on the 11th of February, well, the license will not be assorted with free shares. That is an absolute promise from the president. Now, I know there has been some talks about what is this business, because they told us before that the last licenses with shares would be on December 31, 2016, but due to the fact that in 9 countries where already shops were being heavily recruited and that we have known some troubles with the We 2.0 system, that means the new, how should I say, operating system on which the system is running, to compensate for the loss of some merchants that had shares, that had MTM licenses and that bought MTM licenses in the month of January, the company decided to extend the possibility for licensees to have shares. Now, if they did that for German people and Austrian people and Swiss people, they could really not do it for the other people in the world. So this is why shares were again offered in January, but that will be, and that is what the president told us in Paris last Sunday, it will be totally finished, never again, on January 31. You mentioned 1,000 MTNs before we start registering version. That is 1,000 people. Yes. Okay. Why did I do that? That is 1,000 licensees. Our goal is to have 1,000 licensees. Why? Because 1,000 licensees that will recruit 5 direct sales each will give a total of 6,000 active people, and that is the number of people we need to cover all of the UK and give opportunities to everybody to have at least 20 shops each. That means 6,000 people times 20, that's 120,000 shops, and that is about the goal that we have for the UK in the next 2 years. So this is why these 1,000 licenses plus 5 times 1,000, that's 5,000 people direct sales, that means 6,000 active people. I hope, Will, that I answered your question. Can people sign up today as direct sales today for free? No. No. A direct salespeople can sign up today for free. Anyway, in my back office, they start for free. What you see is 799 euros is not the direct salesperson, that is the TPV pack. And the TPV pack is not a license, that's a product. So I need to explain to you, Stuart, and to the whole of UK, what the TPV pack is. But as of now, we are not yet at the 1,000 licensees in the UK. This is why I didn't want to put too much information into the heads of my public here, because first, too much information makes confusion, and it is not now, not yet, that we need to start selling these TPV packs. We need to make customers, we need to recruit licensees right now in order to get to the 6,000, 7,000 people that we need on the ground. So I repeat, 799 is the price of a TPV pack for a licensee and has nothing to do with the direct sales. Do you know when our customers will start to show in our back office so we know when a license is qualified? Nigel, if you make, if you know, if you are talking about that the customers are not yet shown in your back office, you're right. We got the assurance from the president that that would be fixed by mid next week at the latest. So that is when customers will start to show in our back office. Now, if you want to have active customers, that means customers that earn you money, well, the first that you have to do to have is shops where these customers buy. And you have shops because you have also online shops. So it's not at all idiotic to make customers right now, but please, if you ever give the application to someone, please direct these people to We Business. That means the we.com website where it's written, go to our shops, and they can buy on the online shops. This is also why we is making a huge effort right now in recruiting online shops, large online shops, so that people can start to make business, do business, buy at these shops, and earn you already a commission. I hope with this answer, Nigel, that I answered your question. So during the media campaign, when someone, a shop owner or customer, wants to join without any previous contact, he can do that. He simply has to go on the we.com site and register. And if he does that, he automatically gets into the European pot. If you want your customers to register on the same website but under you, you need to follow a process, which is you have to give him either your QR code or your link, and when he clicks on that link, he automatically will be registered under you. So Bjorn, yes, the risk is that the people that are directed to the website affiliate themselves not under you. Now we can change that manually, but it's a heavy process. So this is also why next Monday we will ask IT to change the presentation on the website, so that people are certain to register under a sponsor if they were directed by the sponsor to the website. How many MTMs we need in the Netherlands case? Well, it's very easy. If there are 18 million people in the Netherlands, that means, wait a minute, 18 million, that's 9 million, that's 90,000 shops, divided by 20, that we need 4,500 people. You divide that by 6. We need about 700 people, 700 MTM licenses in the Netherlands with the same calculation. That means 700 people having five direct salespeople underneath them. That means that then we can cover the whole of Holland. Did I miss anybody's question? I hope not. Okay. Okay. So people, I don't know whether there are still questions to be asked. I thank you so much for your attention and your presence here. I hope this presentation was useful and that you had the right information to make a decision. This is for our guests, but please don't wait too long. And if you want to profit from the free shares, please make a decision very, very fast. Now, a last word about the shares. The president told us in Paris, Ashley, how much does it cost it for e-commerce shops to go on the online portal? There is only one price once in their lifetime. The price is 2,950 euros once in their lifetime, and that's it. And for the rest, they are on the web online portal for the rest of their lives for no cost at all. Instead of paying advertising, they pay a rebate to the customers that we send them. Thank you, Tony. Bonne nuit, you too. So about the shares, the president told us that it would be very probable, not an absolute certainty, that the stock price of the company in May 2017 would be somewhere between 30 and 50 euros a piece. Why? For three reasons or four reasons. The first reason is we reached our goal of 50 million turnover in the year 2016. And that was a very important factor indeed. Two, we financed its advertising campaign without external capital, which is very amazing. Three, there are still this voucher system of 50 euros and this electricity, free electricity system that is still active in the sense that the principle is acquired. It's not really put into place right now simply because we don't have enough customers, but the principle is still working. And fourth, we have a goal of 100 million turnover in the year 2017. This is why also they created that mega incentive, because if you calculate right now, there are 1,000 people who are going to go to that mega incentive. 1,000 people that make 105,000 euros of turnover. If you calculate that, that is about 10 million per person. That is 105 million turnover in the year 2017. And we know that there are already people that qualified for that turnover at a rate of about 400 in the month of December and a little bit over 400 in January as of now. So that means that these people, if they really make that turnover, will see to it that the company reaches its 100 million turnover. And that makes that the stock market expert told us if we double the income compared to 2016 and show month after month that we're going there, well, then we can probably expect a price of the shares of about between. That means that 120 shares at 30 euros, if I calculate exactly, that is 3,600 euros value for a license that is worth 2,390. So that means that we recouped our investment in one go in the month of May. And if the company reaches its goal of 1 billion customers by end of 2018, then KPMG has shown us, without guaranteeing, but has shown us in their calculation that normally we would have a company value of about 60 billion euros divided by 40 million shares. That means that each share would be worth 1,500 euros. So that means that investing into a license right now can be a phenomenal opportunity to make really a coup, a financial coup, because in less than 2 years now, you would have an enormous added value in that sense. Yes, Ashley. If you are now let be very specific here, Ashley, please, because I suppose that you are referring to somebody or thinking of somebody. I remind you that even if a owner of an online shop going on the online portal of We he has no right to recruit people, so to give applications to his own customers. He cannot do that through his website. Absolutely forbidden. Why? Because the idea is to help the local stores and not the online shops. That's one. So yes, if this, let's say that someone has bought an MTM license at 2,390 euros, and he wants to put his online shop on the portal, yes, he will need to pay 2,950 euros to get that shop on the portal, and on top of that, sign a contract that where he forbids himself to give applications to his own customers through the portal. He can do it otherwise, but he may not do it on the portal. And if he ever is caught, he risks to be banned. So we are very strict on that, because we need, when we promise some people, we need to keep that promise. That's absolutely certain. Yes, Duncan, I will have the recording only tomorrow, because the system takes a little while to get the recording done. But tomorrow morning I put it on my Dropbox system, and you can access the recording on my Dropbox box. So you have access to the Dropbox. Will, if we have 100 million customers by November this year and the average spend 200 per month, absolutely. But when what we is doing now, because it cannot go to the stock market and say we will have 1 million customers that spend €1 per month in shops. Okay, that is future. What we can say is we will sell for 100 million in products of our own. And what are the products? The TPV pack, the MTM licenses when there are still one, the We cards, and the We POS applications. These are the only products that we can sell. So it is 100 million, not in turnover of customers, but in turnover of own products to the customers and to the merchants and to other direct salespeople. So, thank you, everybody. I wish you a fantastic good night. Sleep well, make sweet dreams, and join us. This is the most enormous opportunity that you have ever seen.